Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all appropriate, supervised ages, outside the dilapidated Castle Gray Skull, in front of the very merry Snake Mountain in the Hobo Jungle, I bring to you another Reno McDallas review. This is our magical Christmas special. I hope your Christmas, or whatever holiday you don't celebrate, well, whatever it is, I hope you're doing great and being good to yourself and having a good time. All right, so here I've decided to make my Christmas episode about Megos. Now, as you can see, all of these are open. These are a bunch that I have owned and maybe have opened in other episodes, but I wanted to do a Mego themed episode. Is that crooked? Yeah, a little bit. All right, well, whatever. You know me. We ain't about making it look good around here. Anyway, my friend Leonard, I've known him, gosh, most of my adult life, actually all my adult life. I think I met him when I was 18, and I've known him since then. So just a little bit less long than I knew Lonnie. But anyway, so he always posted a Christmas picture of him opening Megos, and he opened the Star Trek set, and he had if I remember right, he had the bridge set, and it was just really cool, and he would look so happy, and it reminded me of when we were kids and everyone was opening Super Nintendos, and you see that picture and the kids freaking out about the 64, all that stuff. It just reminded me of that, and I was like, you know what's wholesome and Christmassy? Megos. So there you go. So this was the first Mego. Well, okay, Spider-Man was the first Mego I've ever owned. This is not my Spider-Man originally. This is the one that Lonnie left to me. I was with him when he got it, though, so hey, that's something. But if you didn't know, Megos were just the bridge between action figure and doll back in the day. And this is the forefather of most of your modern action figures. Stuff like, especially your stuff like NECA over there, the clothed NECAs. I mean, and action figures in general, man. This was the first step. The next big step in action figures would have been Star Wars. So, I mean, this is a pretty big thing, right? So, we're just going to kind of look at different ones that I've got. Here, we're just going to go over them, maybe talk a little about it. This was one of the first Megos I ever saw. It was in the back of a old comic book I had. They had an advertisement for it, and I tried to ask my mom how to get one. This is like late 80s, so, you know, out of luck, no eBay yet. But yeah, I eventually got my first one from the flea market in McLeansboro, and my dad was at work. Grandpa was hanging out with me. And I was like, hey, Grandpa, they got one of these old Mego things that I saw back comic book. He's like, how much is it? And I said, it's $20. He said, well, here's $20. Go ahead and get it. He says, I remember you know, I know how much you like Spider-Man and all that. So, and this was back in the 90s when Spider-Man just had the resurgence from the cartoon. So that's how I ended up getting it. I also talked to the guy. I showed up and asked him again how much it was, and he said, I'll give it to you for $15. So I got it for $15. So my first Mego was $15, which I'm sure the original ones for people weren't, right? So, second one I ever got, and we won't really go in order. This is just, I just want to talk about this. The Hulk here. He is in really bad condition. I got him from when the comic book store used to be right next to the, yeah, see, the guy put a nut in it. That's pretty funny. But yeah, that one there too. But yeah, the comic book store down there in Paducah was right next to was it Crash Comics? Is that what it was? I can't remember, but it was right next to the floodgates down there in Anna. Not Anna, sorry, down in Paducah. Why am I thinking Anna? Anna doesn't have floodgates, does it? That's in Illinois, don't worry about it. Anyway, so this is already turning into the Alzheimer's episode. But yeah, we'll just kind of have a look, see at a couple of these things. Like, I knew I always wanted this one after I saw him in Twisted Toy Fair Theater. One of my favorite things was it must be jam because jelly don't shake like that, or it must be jelly because jam don't shake, whatever it was. But yeah, whenever he's talking about some lady in the comics. So there you go. But yeah, he's a full suit here, and let's see, let's roll up his sleeve a little bit. As you can see, look at that. He does have the hands like that. Now he's just muscular and orange elsewhere. But yeah, so technically, I ought to be rolling his sleeves up, right? You know. But anyway, yeah, look at that. That is just a great figure. Pretty sure it's probably just a Hulk body in there, right? But man, I've always loved the thing. It's one of my favorites, absolute favorites. And oh yeah, since it is also Hanukkah today, happy Hanukkah. This Jewish fellow reminded me. So there you go. And here is one of those I've reviewed already. I got him on clearance at Walmart. This is one of the newer Megos of Hal. If you want to see some cake. Yeah, remind me, guys. I'll try and show you some booty. You want to see some rock hard ass. There we go. Some green. Oh, that's tight on. I forgot that guy had that tight on so the old pants didn't come off. But yeah, there you go. There we go. All right, we're keeping it classy here, guys. So there you go. But yeah, this is one of the newer ones. Of course, he's got removable boots. Pretty rad. Some of these are Lonnie's Ultraman. I don't really know a whole lot about Ultraman. That was more his thing. I do have a really cool statue here. Well, I won't show it to you. It's over there in the dirty corner. Like I said, I'm still working on the basement. Yeah, they got their karate chop hands, and these are all, of course, newer Megos. So, throw them there. Now, I'm not sure if this is Figure Toys or Mego. I wonder if there's something on a foot. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not sure, and I'm not going to mess with those boots, but this was another one of Lonnie's. Everybody loves Shazam, right? Well, back when he was Captain Marvel. This is what he is, but yeah, Shazam now. But that's pretty cool. I don't know if it was Figures Toys. I think it's Figures Toys. He got a lot of FTC figures there, and we're gonna actually open some here in a little bit from Figures Toys and Megos. And when Mattel did that, and we got old twerking Guy Gardner. Speaking of Guy, let's talk about that elephant in the hair. Look at that. He can work that ass. Damn. I don't know why anyone's complaining about him. No, I love Guy Gardner. He's my Green Lantern. I always thought Hal was cool, but you know when you're a kid and you want to relate to somebody, I thought Guy was more like a rebellious teenager, even though he was an adult, and I thought he was cool. But anyway, hey, look at that hair. It's not the exact same hair, and you're all going to be like, oh, hey, that was JLI, and he had the Sinestro ring, blah, blah, blah. If you look close, they've all got the defined cut. It's a bowl cut. It's not freaking Prince Adam's haircut from He-Man there. Well, I know it's not the same, but I don't think it's quite the same. But hey, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I don't hate it. Go ahead and grab this. Mr. Cavill. Soon enough, we'll be having new Superman to get Amigo of. So, since we're still on that subject, what do you guys think of that costume in the S? I get that everybody wants to change up the S now, but I don't know. I just don't think I would have went with a Kingdom Come. I would have maybe meshed traditional a little bit more. This is my most recent Mego I've picked up, other than the unopened ones. I got him off of eBay. You can see he's got a broke hand there. I could probably glue that back together though. And yeah, his shield's seen a fight or two, and then his costume doesn't quite. Looks like the things are gone from him. I didn't pay a whole lot for him, and I've always wanted one. And here we go. So. What I ought to do is glue that hand together and then glue the shield on the hand. I know it kind of ruins it. No one will ever buy it, but you know what? These things ain't leaving my collection until I'm dead anyway, and those things will be worth a lot by the time I'm dead. So, unless, I die tomorrow, then it'll still, well, no one will care. I'll buy it in a lot. Anyway, here's that other clearance Mego that I got of Reverse Flash here. Very nice. It feels like, in my opinion, that these are more solid, more sculpt. Just as you can see here, he's way more solid, heavier just by a little bit, but different materials, different ways of making it, it changes the weight. So, I'll go ahead. Well, hello there. Nice to see you again. That was awkward. Anyway, so where were we? Yes, I was going to move the camera over to how I had, and I was like, why don't I just pick it up? And then it just didn't go well. There is a Biff Bang Pow. They did a bunch of the figures for that Big Bang Theory that I dislike. I don't have a fourth Doctor, unfortunately, but I got this one, Mr. 11sies, and what's his name? Kokomo. I went to Kokomo Toys and got him. And he had the sonic screwdriver here. I don't know if that came from him or if it was from one of the other toys that I have like 500 million of. But yeah, that's really cool. I met the 11th Doctor, actually, and I was dressed as the 8th Doctor, and he said I was handsome. So there you go, guys. Hey, if Matt Smith says I'm handsome, one of the Doctors says I'm handsome. I met David Tennant, and he loved my Golden Age Flash costume. So he told me nice hat in the Doctor voice, and it was like the Doctor saw me and was wearing a hat that he was jealous of, because that Doctor and the 11th Doctor loved the Fez after they met it. So anyway, there's Finguli. He is a Mego. This one I think I got off of their the MeTV website. It was limited edition. This will glow in the dark. Woo-wee, Finn. Looking good there, Kaz. I watch old commercials sometimes, and I guess he used to host a Fox Kids thing So it's just weird seeing him without the makeup and on TV and slightly acting as cheesy as Svengoolie. So there we go. So yeah. Oh yeah. And for the ladies at home, there is some Svengoolie. Delicious. Okay. Of course, you know, Mego, I can't even speak. Goodness. I shouldn't have hit the eggnog so hard, lads. No, this one's actually, I've got her mask somewhere else, but this is Mayday Parker, and this is one of Lonnie's. He took off her web shooters a long time ago. But anyway, famous covers came out in the mid-90s. I think part of it had to do, honestly, with Twisted Toy Fair Theater being so popular. But yeah, that was Lonnie's, and of course he enhanced her boobies. Oh, Cake for the cake fans. And then I've reviewed this one. You've seen me do this. I got this for Christmas last year from my brother-in-law. Very cool. And then these guys here, these are Figure Toy Company, and they are from the Batman 66 wave. Pull Robin out. He's got, his legs aren't bare. Don't worry, kids. And there he is, all Burt Orty. Cake for y'all, all you Robin fans. Technically, that shouldn't, well, I don't know. What were they? Yeah, it's jailbait. You're not touching. Don't worry. Let's just not even talk about it. Let's move on. Anyway, there's some Adam West cake. Okay, that was Burt Ward cake, not Robin. There we go. Now everyone feels better about it. Okay, so, and this is one of the Figures Toy Company ones as well. Very great. Absolutely fantastic Batman 66 stuff, and I'm happy I've gotten it. This here is my only Mego vehicle. I had the little version of this, the pocket version of this when I was a kid. And it had a blue thing, and then this was broken. Didn't have that. That was barely on it. But it did still have its back port, or back things with the, which I did. This doesn't have. But yeah, this is an original Mego Batmobile. So there we go. That's all the original stuff I've got. Give me just a second here, and we'll move some space over, and we'll start opening new figures. Okay, so we'll start with some of the Mattel ones. I was trying to get the Sinestro one, but I didn't have enough time. I ran out of time. Here's the Kyle from the 90s. Very, very lovely. Of course, there is your backing. And we'll just free him real quick. We'll see if his hips are as bad as... Oh, they are. Them 90s boys know how to shake that ass. Goodness. All right. His things here, are they sewn on? Or are they just on? Yeah, I think they're sewn on. Okay. Yeah, I can see now. And then his boots. There you go. But yeah, and that was the Green Lantern that I mainly dealt with as a kid, because I only had seen a few issues with Guy. But yeah, I always liked Guy more. Sorry, Kyle. All right, let's move on to the next one. Uh-oh, that one says it's number 30 of 1,000. Well, too bad. You're coming out there, Green Arrow. See the back of that. There you go. Get him out. Hey, guess who doesn't want to hold his bow very well? This fella. Yeah, so we're just going to loop it over him after we have a look at him. Quiver, hood comes down. That's the classic Ollie head from the Megos. I do have one of those, and he has like a... My grandma sewed him a costume even, but I can't find him at the moment. I was actually going to show you, but yeah, I can't find him, so... It's kind of neat. She sewed it around him, so it's a little bit baggy, right? But yeah, she didn't have a pattern or anything, and she just had me leave a comic book and designed it. It was great. I really kind of feel bad now that you can't see that. You know, maybe sometime I'll post it if I find it, and post it in the feed on here on YouTube, since I never use that. Oh, and here is the lantern from Kyle. So there you go. Very lanterny, very, very 90s, and very green. And that was an official Mego. This here is a Figures Toy Company Captain Boomerang. This is the only one I could find on the internet to purchase. As you can see, they got the hair color a little too gingery. And of course, this is the comic book version, not the beautiful movie version. But yeah, Silver Age. So give me just a second here. All right, that's kind of funny. So this is actually a fabric hat. How about that? And then here he is. He has his... he has his kick guards, right? Is that, you know, he's like a wrestler, right? The slap, is that the kick pads, slap pads? I'm old, I don't remember what they're called. But anyway, yeah. There we go. And it just sits. Oh, well. There you go. High fashion, all right? Looking fancy. I wish I looked that fancy. I don't look that good in my Captain Boomerang costume. Yeah, the hat fell right off. Let's keep on the DC stuff, and then I'll have two other people after the DC. So we'll go with the, since this has batarangs, we'll just go over to that. We have Flashpoint Batman. Good old Tommy Wayne. Thomas. And there's Marty Abrams. Look at it. He's looking at you. Looking at you, looking at you, looking at you, looking at you. Yeah, so unfortunately the batarangs bounced. They were very rubbery, and they are gone. I have no idea where they went, and I ain't looking for them. No guns, though. That's a shame. I know Warner Brothers has been weird about having guns in their toys anymore, which it's one thing if it's a toy, but, most kids aren't sitting there. I want to buy a Mego to play with, So, yeah, pretty cool, though. Definitely like that. The points on the... There we go. Yeah, there you go. That's just material there. And, oh, yeah, I forgot the cake. Sorry. Where's your cake? Cake. My name is Oliver Queen, and my butt hurts. I used to enjoy making fun of the intro to Arrow, and then I stopped watching it. We have Red Sun Superman. You know why? Because we're also doing... Now I went from that to alternate universes. See, I had like this whole plan. I'm awesome. Not really, but anyway, as you can see, he's got a hammer and sickle. Ah! There we go. Boom. For your communistness. Ah! Okay, so he doesn't have the symbol on the back. Got the gloves. Oh, goodness. Communist cake for you. Let's see if he will hold his hammer and sickle without any problems. I've been having problems with stuff wanting to hold its stuff, but, these figures just are not really... They're one size fits all, and I don't think they always... The accessories are definitely not one size fits all. You gotta usually work with them. Okay, so there he is. Oh, in a zombie pose. But there you go. There's your communist. Red Sun Superman. So anyway, on to more politics. This might make some of you mad, but I thought it was funny. They actually made a Donald Trump. Now, love him or hate him, you have to admit that's really funny that they made a freaking figure. There's one of Biden and Obama too, so they're making everybody of the modern era. So don't get upset. Okay, it just history's history. One way you don't have to like your history, you can love your history. But I love you. Oh yeah, see, I don't know how well I showed you the package, but yeah, see, just about every, see, and they've even got like the revolutionary people as well. I love that. That's wonderful. But anyway, yeah, sorry, I just wanted you to see that. Look at that. Now look at his eyes. I don't know if you can see it. They did how he's got that from tanning? Yeah. They did it. His head's a little wobbly too. Yeah, right? I remember that was the cranberry commercials, right? God, we're referencing everything. This is the weirdest Christmas episode in the history of man. And I have a Donald Trump guest starring here. Looking at you. Looking away. Looking at you. Looking away. Looking at... Okay, I'm going to stop playing with him. Anyway. Speaking of things that I wanted to play with, Lonnie bought me one of these, so I let him leave that one in package, but I went ahead and got this one. I lost where I was going, but yeah, I've met Peter Tork and I met Mickey Dolenz. Here's the other Monkey stuff that they have. But yeah, I've always been a big Monkeys fan. I used to watch reruns of it on Channel 11 KTLR out of St. Louis. I used to live in East Alton when I was a kid, and that place was a little spooky. Just saying. Okay, yeah, well, you don't want to see me twist tie. Hold on. Anyway, Mike is also real special to me, though, because their last album they all did together, they've got the Me and Magdalena song, or Magdalena, excuse me. And anyhow, that is cloth, and it fits. But yeah, I first heard it when I heard it, it was pretty much when I first realized that my wife was very special, and I needed to keep her around before, we had just started talking to each other, so type of thing. So anyway, very important and magical song, but you're not here for all that. You came here for Yuletide conversation. I hope this helped kill some time for you. Hopefully it was wonderful, perhaps educational, but definitely erotic. Okay, anyway, sorry, that was weird. And hey, Mike Nesmith, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and oh, no, and his hat fell off too. Speaking of hats falling off, let's go, Captain Boomerang. No dice. Oh yeah. Let's just get him out of the way. There we go. We got a Batman. Oh, Griswold takes a tumble. Kyle with his. We're gonna have to twerk off in a minute. Hold on, Kyle. He didn't really do that. Oh, Sickle went somewhere. No. Let's just launch it. Ah! Oh, yeah. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, I try to throw stuff against the door to Castle Grayskull to open it. And I'm not wanting to throw Megos too hard, so that's why I'm throwing a bunch of them together. Oh! What do we got over here? Hulk landed on everybody there. Alrighty. It's probably the largest pile I've had in front of these ever. Okay. He's just going to go in through the eyeball. Anyway, okay. So, quick twerk off, and you guys let me know what you think. Who's got the better cake on that one? Who's got the dances, you know what I'm saying? Okay, that's a little too much like the Wonder Twins. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had an absolutely amazing Christmas. Please be good to yourselves. And, oh, hold on. Be good to yourselves, and remember, free the fix.